Welcome to AI Shorts, the show where we talk about the intersection of machine learning and product management. In the last episode, I shared a framework to help you successfully launch a data science project. Today, I want to focus on how to quickly drive the most value from your ML models, while simultaneously developing your model maturity over time. To most business people and data science teams, developing a model is seen as a single task. It's just something you go out and do. However, the reality is more nuanced than that. There are several maturity levels when creating a model, each with its benefits and goals. I want to share a framework I call the ML Maturity Mansion that frames the ideal model development lifecycle while maximizing value. I've shared a link to the deck in the video description, so download a copy and follow along. Let's dive in. This is our ML Model Maturity Mansion consisting of 5 layers, each with increasing levels of model maturity. Starting from the bottom, the layers are prototype, an AI service model, a simple model, an advanced model, and an advanced model with automation. The goal is to build a solid foundation quickly by deriving business value early on and iteratively adding more value until we've built our mansion. Let's talk about each layer and what we're trying to accomplish. Starting with level 0, the first thing that we want to do when creating a new model is to not create a new one. This might seem counterintuitive, but teams often get so excited about building something that they focus on the incorrect problem or solve a problem with little business value. This is why we start with prototypes. Prototypes can have various levels of fidelity, but if we're talking about a mobile app or a website, we usually create a clickable prototype using Figma or Sketch to make a demo video of a user journey. If we're working on a model or an algorithm for the backend or building a model to improve a business process, you can create a flowchart that shows how the model will improve existing processes. In addition to the prototype, you should also have a business case estimating the potential benefit of solving the existing problem for the user or the business. It's also good practice to write a written narrative about the problem you're solving, how it benefits the company and the users, and how you will measure success. This will help you align your team and your stakeholders. The purpose of the prototype is to validate the user need, the expected user experience with your customers, and identify the technical feasibility and how ML fits into the solution. It's much less expensive to fail at the prototype stage than to work on a problem for months, only to realize that it was not the correct problem. You will also start a partnership between product, user research, design, engineering, and the business to create cross-functional collaboration. Let's move on to level 1. Let's assume you validated your idea at level 0 and you want to build a model. I've found that creating a model quickly is more important than making a perfect model because it lets you validate your product idea and user experience even with an average model, and second, create buy-in from the business and your stakeholders. Your goal at this level is to create and deploy a model as quickly as possible, ideally in less than one sprint. This can be achieved by using an AI service model or AutoML from one of the major cloud providers. You shouldn't build any data pipelines for these models, just grab a reasonable subset of your data and upload it to a bucket for the AI service to consume. In addition to being a fast way to create a model, it's also straightforward and you don't need much data science knowledge. Most software teams can create models this way without the help of data scientists, so it's a cost-effective solution for small companies and startups, or a fast way for companies to test new models on subsets of their traffic via canary testing. Level 2 is about creating an in-house model and removing your dependence on the AI service. This should be a very basic model running in a notebook with a limited set of input features. The deployment can be ad hoc, and Flask might be a good option if you want to deploy an API. Basic data pipelines should be built. The ETL should be as simple as possible, but the type of ETL needed will depend on the amount of data you use. Remember, we're still trying to build quickly at this stage and deploy our model within 2 sprints. The goal of this level is to beat the performance of the AI service model and reduce the training and inference cost compared to level 1. Level 3 is a more advanced version of your model at level 2. This may include more complex input features and model architecture. You might also have several models working together as nested or ensemble models. Your model should have scheduled training and deployment set up, along with robust data pipelines and advanced ETL. At this level, we're trying to outperform our level 2 model and retrain and deploy our model on the latest available data. Level 4 is the holy grail of machine learning and involves adding automation to your advanced model. We refer to the process of adding advanced production capabilities as ML Ops, which is a complicated topic and we'll talk about it more in later episodes. Some of the capabilities you might add at this layer include a feature store, data quality checks, artifact management, experiment tracking, orchestration, compute management, automatic training and deployment, CI/CD, CT, monitoring, and drift detection. What your model needs depends on your model type and the MLOps maturity at your company. There's no right or wrong answer here. In practice, there are several sublayers of maturity at this level, which we won't go into in this episode. There are many benefits to MLOps, but the primary ones are improved model and data quality, increased model performance, enabled model governance, and providing transparency and trust in your models. Many data science teams get stuck maintaining large, complex models, and MLOps is a way to automate manual processes, reduce tech debt, and free up data scientists' time to work on new problems. Product managers can add the most value at level 4 by enabling models to be deployed across large companies, providing model visibility for the business, and strategically helping their teams build MLOps pipelines that reduce technical debt. This is where I spend most of my time as a PM, and it's a great area to get into for technical product managers. So that was the ML Maturity Mansion, a framework for thinking about different levels of ML model maturity. Many AI companies are created without data science teams whose products and services are built around level 1. There's a significant barrier to entry cost going from level 1 to level 2, where we create our own in-house models. I believe that the future of the AI industry for many companies is actually at level 1, as many algorithms and tools are open sourced. Building data science teams is expensive and time-consuming, and while every company will have to use data and machine learning to survive, only some companies will need their own data science teams. The second trend is that companies often get stuck at level 3 and struggle to adopt ML Ops. This is why level 4 is a great field to get into as a product manager and help companies solve their adoption problems. The ML Ops landscape is still rapidly evolving, with new companies forming every week. There will eventually be a consolidation within the ML Ops industry, and the maturity of the sector will increase over time. I want to finish today's video using the ML Maturity Mansion to discuss why 85% of ML projects fail. The first reason for failure is that teams skip level 0 and don't validate the business value and user experience with a prototype. As a result, they build an expensive product or feature that doesn't directly address the user's need or doesn't work as the user expects. The second reason for failure is technical reasons. While many technical things can go wrong on an ML project, many teams struggle to generate value fast enough by starting with level 3, taking them months to get a model to production, only to realize that they didn't get the business result they were hoping for. Teams can avoid this problem by starting at a lower maturity level. The third reason ML projects fail is that they suffer from a lack of a delivery framework to create clarity on an ambiguous problem. Check out episode 8 if you'd like to see my ML delivery framework. They can also suffer from poor structure or processes for execution, or poor leadership that doesn't empower the team. These are all things to keep in mind for your future ML projects. So what do you think of the ML Maturity Mansion? I hope it gave you insight into how to create more valuable ML products faster. As product managers, we often make many strategic decisions about moving between these maturity levels. Hopefully the framework will help you organize your thoughts and give you tools to assess the value of moving between levels. In the next episode, I'll talk about common product challenges you may face with machine learning products and how to navigate them. See you next time.